Left, Kimmel's show took off, so I think I was the reason.
You built the foundation for it, let's be honest.
I was there for the early years.
You said it was a very influential time in your life, a very good thing for you to do.
Oh, it was fantastic. I learned a lot. I learned how to not get my jokes on the air, and I learned a lot about humility.
Sixth game of the season for them, and when you're 4-1 already, you've got a good feeling about each game.
And I think for Seattle, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And their job now is a simple one. Keep doing exactly what they've been doing and get themselves in the best position possible for the postseason.
Let's check out Seattle's starting lineup. They've got in. Oubre out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Hampton at the 1. Here's Oladipo. He had a 27-point outing in their last game.
Yeah. Why?
Against Orlando. Over to the wing. And the pass to Hampton. It's Oladipo on the wing. Shot clock at 6. 16 feet away. That one goes in. Oladipo's got his first points of the night. Bill Commissioner Adam Silver believes the 2K Esports League will have the staying power of the NBA, the WNBA, the G League. Pretty powerful comment to make.
And I hope he's right, because I want to be the lead color guy. I want us to be the team. Why can't it be us, Kevin Harlan?
Are you kidding me?
Let's do that. Cut me the check. As Rasheed Wallace would say, CTC. Cut the check.
Bill Simmons is here.
I'm ready.
Now, here's Fox. After the miss from Joel Embiid, Fox kicks to Markkanen. Fox with it. Turned in an outstanding game against Chicago. Here's Oladipo. The shot off that time. So the Pacers will take it the other way. This game against Seattle is the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, it should be an interesting matchup tonight. These two teams will only face off twice all season.
Well, so you want to make these opportunities count, right? Since they don't see each other often, it's going to be an intriguing battle.
Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner.
Yeah, the finesse of Ingram coming into play on that one, especially when the shot clock is winding down.
It's deflected. Here's Randle, and the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
Now here's Levine. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Bulls in Chicago. Pass to Fox. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Count it.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
And for the Pacers, they come in off a great outing against the Bulls. To the wing on the left. Oubre passes to Oladipo. Hampton, guarded by Levine. Hampton, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. First one falls for him. Bill, you've watched the NBA evolve. Talk about some of the biggest changes over the last decade you've seen.
The three-point line and the threes or foul shots philosophy, I think, is the biggest thing. Just the pace of the game has really improved, and to a really pleasing way for fans. Like just what Steve Nash was doing last decade and those Suns teams, that everybody's playing that way now.
Right.
I think the social media and the players basically getting rid of the wall between them and the fans, using social media, using Instagram, and we just feel like we know these guys better. And their ability to control their own message now versus where they were 10 years ago. It all started with the decision of LeBron James and has carried through this whole decade. And these guys now, they can get whatever message out they want. They can criticize the president. They can criticize their own team. They can ask for a trade. If they get called out by some writer or somebody writes a hit piece, they can go back at the guy and sick all their fans on the writer.
Here's Levine after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Markkanen in the corner. He kicks to Levine. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Shot clock at 5. They get a hand on it. Here's Fox. No good from outside. For Seattle, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. At the top of the key, Embiid. In the corner, it's Oubre. Buries it from three-point range.
He's starting to develop that range. Maybe the stroke isn't perfect, but Oubre showing promise.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Billy Donovan and I got a chance to talk for a little bit. He told me he's very pleased with how his team's play has progressed throughout the season. He said guys are finding their roles, and we're doing all the little things that tend to separate out the better teams. I just hope we can keep it going. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Here's Randall. The Pacers making the shot. It's Oladipo on the wing. Pass to Embiid. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And guys, we often hear the argument offense is the best defense, and that was the case for them.
Well, you can't really argue when they're executing like that. It was really perfect offense.
Bill, one shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot out. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot to get out? So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a 3. He's got the pull-up hezzy jumper, as he calls it. He can go to the lane and pump fake and do a little drop step. And I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff LeBron would be my number one choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
Now, here's Oladipo. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. Hampton, guarded by Fox. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Talking about last-second shot instincts, Bill, you mentioned LeBron, KD. What about Curry? Where does Curry rank in that conversation?
Curry's good.
Top 5?
You can guard Curry in those one-on-one situations with the right people. I'm not saying you're to stop him, but, you know, you put a taller guy on him. And Curry, to me, Curry is the greatest not in the offense scorer I've ever seen in my life, where he can get 32 and hit 10 threes and wasn't really involved in the game. Just, you forget about it for one play, and all of a sudden he's in the corner and they're setting him up, or he's running off the screen. It's a lot, almost like what Reggie Miller and Ray Allen were able to do, where, yeah, you run them off screens and you tire the guys out and you kind of hope the defense forgets they're out there. But he's not a conventional get out of my way guys. I'm going to get to the rim.
Absolute
score like someone like Donovan Mitchell is.
Here's Ingram after the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Out to Turner. Oladipo against Levine. This one for 3. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside, Randall. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Bill, we know about the love affair you have with the NBA, and you've written about it for so long. Started with the $4 ticket in Boston with your dad.
Yeah, my dad bought season tickets for the 1973-74 Boston Celtics, and it was only one ticket. And I think it was $4 a game, probably like $160 total. And he used to carry me in mainly because they didn't want to pay for a babysitter. So I started going to games that year, probably sleeping through a lot of them. and they won the title.
How old were you in 72?
So I was 4.
4 years old.
I'm not going to lie. I don't remember anything from that season. The first season I remember is the year later when they lost before the finals to Washington. And then the year later, they won the famous finals against Phoenix, the triple overtime game. I was there.
Was Cowens on that team?
Cowens, Havlicek,
Yep.
JoJo White.
Yep.
And I was at the triple overtime game in the 76 finals. It was probably the most famous NBA game ever. The kids out there now would nominate like Game 7, 2016 or something. But triple overtime game was the most famous game ever. And I slept through the entire second half and the first overtime.
Oh, no.
But then woke up because everybody was standing the whole second overtime, so I had to get up.
Now, here's Fox. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Levine against Oladipo. Lets the 3 fly. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Oladipo and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
Here's Ingram. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And another lead change. The fans are really getting their money's worth here tonight.
Well, this is what they pay to see, right? Competitive, close games are simply the best to be involved in.
And it's Fox with the rebound. Indiana leading. Right side, Levine. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Bill, with last year's do-or-die season finale between Minnesota and Denver, final game of the regular season, momentum is gathering for a play-in tournament, maybe for the last 2 playoff spots. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I wrote about this in 07. I called it the entertaining as hell tournament, where basically the first 7 seeds were guaranteed, and the 16 teams that didn't make it out of the 2 conferences, they just went head-to-head, single elimination. And then you have the final 2 games in New York City, and you blow it out, and you have a fun thing with it. I think that Minnesota-Denver game was important, and maybe the solution is you have the 6 seeds guaranteed in each conference, and then you have 7, 8, 9, 10 in each conference, and you just have playing games. You have 7 versus 10. You have 8 versus 9. You do it over the course of a couple days. You use the TV revenue from that because you could get good money from that to maybe shorten the season.
Great
which
idea.
Would be, for me, the number one thing I would change about the league. I think we should have a 70-game season. You could talk me into 76, but there's too many games. There's too many nights where the players. I just think basketball is really hard to play.
First free throw is good. We were talking about the length of the NBA season and various opinions on shortening it. I suppose, Bill, one argument is that you want regular season games to be more significant, and you want that regular season to mean something every night.
Mean a little bit more.
Yeah.
Make the pace. I don't know. When you get after the All-Star break, you can really feel these guys slogging through it. You know, and especially with the good teams, like a team like Golden State, all they did all year was whine and complain. Oh, well, we knew this was going to be a hard season. It can't be that hard. You have 4 of the best 20 players. Like, settle down. I think you'll be fine. You're winning every game by 30 points.
Yeah.
But I wish they would tighten the season.
Yeah, easy call.
For Seattle, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good for Williams. A minute 42 left to play in the final quarter. Markkanen is out there with Doug McDermott. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Fox. And it's Robertson in at the shooting guard position. That's the Pacers 5.
And how about the way Fox continues to improve his game? A capable scorer who also rebounds the ball well for his size. And still, though, he can improve on that perimeter jump shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line.
Listen, it's only 1 miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
And Seattle shooting it very well tonight, around 57%.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Seattle.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Victor Oladipo.
Boy, their ball movement was terrific, and I thought he was the key to that. This guy conducted the offense, kept everyone involved, and spread the basketball.
And it's Seattle with the ball after the three-pointer from Lauri Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock.
Child, please.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And on the road, silencing the crowd. What a dominant performance.
Well, they took control of this game from the outset, a commanding all-around performance and an important road win.
And finally finding a rhythm, but unfortunately a little too late.
Well, you wonder if they can use the momentum they've built here into the next game, because this one looks over.
Adebayo kicks to Ferguson. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Shoots over McDermott. Williams' shot is off. Here's Robertson. So no problem for